Very good morning to my lecturer known as Lina and my fellow friends. Hi guys, I'm Deepa and the KUMARAN. I'm from class DTK2A and my matrix number is 15 DTK20F2010. So today I'm here for present my practical work 6 for digital electronics, which is the title is shift register. In this practical work they have a 4 experiment, which is experiment A, right shift register, experiment B, left shift register, experiment C, ring counter, and the last one, experiment D, is Johnson counter. So let's go to see the first experiment, experiment A. So this is my lab sheet for experiment A, and this is my circuit for experiment A, which is right shift register. Alright, so in this circuit I was using 3 slide switch and 1 clock with the value resistor is 10 kilo ohm, and then 2 D flip-flop, D dual flip-flop IC gate, which is IC7474, and then 4 LEDs with 4 resistor with value 1 kilo ohm. So let's start our process. Okay, the first is we need to start simulation. Alright, so that first we need to set the R S2 and S3 is 1. Okay, so that an output must be S0, the 4 LED also, so it's 0 ready, and after that it set the on the S1, then clock. Okay, so it must be A1, and after that is we need to close the S1, and after that all we need to just clock, just press the clock only. So that my this is my truth table. So the first is when the clock is 0, so the A, B, C, QA, QB, QC, and QD is 4. The fourth also is 0, and after this QA, which is when I press clock, pulse is 1. The QA will be 1 and others all 0, and after that again, okay, B1 and other all 0, and then clock 3, which is C1 and others is all 0, and last one is clock 4, which is D is on with value 1 and others all 0. Alright, so now we are here for experiment B, which is left shift register. So that this is my circuit. Okay, this circuit is same as the experiment A, and then the process has start simulation ready. So that set to switch 2 and switch 3 is 1. Alright, and then when we open the switch on the power supply, the A, B, C, and D must be 0. Okay, 0 ready, and then set switch 1 to 1. Okay, and then lock. Okay, so that in here is be like reverse, which is it will be like, okay, for 0 plus, for clock 0 we'll get the outputs all 0 0, plus at 1 the output will be on 1 at QD only, the others all 0. Okay, and then switch 1 is off. Okay, and then clock 2, okay, C is 1, QC is 1, others all 0. Clock 3, QB is on, the others all 0, and then clock 4 is QA on and others all 0. Alright, so we are here to the third part, which is experiment C, ring counter. Alright, okay, first we need to start simulation ready. Okay, and after that is switch 1 and switch 2 must be on. Alright, so then, and make sure the QA must be 1 and others all be 0, which is like down, and after that is switch 3 is on, clock, okay, which is this is clock 1. Okay, when clock 0, the LED QA is 1, others all 0, and then when the clock 1, it will be output QB is on, others all 0, and then clock 2, QC is on, others all 0, 3, QD is on, others all 0, 4, QA is on, others all 0, which is 1 0. Okay, and then 5, which is QB is 1, other all 0. 6, QC is 1, other all 0. 5, 6, 7 is QD is 1, others all 0. Okay, 8, QA is 1, QA is 1, others all 0. 9 is QB is on, other all 0. And last is 10, clock 10, which is QC is 1 and others all 0. Okay, we are here to the last part, which is experiment D, Johnson counter. Okay, in this circuit I was using 2 switch, which is switch 1 and switch 2, and also 1 clock, 2 IC gate, and 5 LED, which is the additional LED is for for D bar, QD bar. Alright, start simulation. Okay, first switch 1 is on, switch 2 is 0. Okay, so that it will be Q bar D is just on and others all 0. Okay, so this is my truth table for this experiment. So that when clock is 0, QD bar only is on, and then slide 2 is on, and then clock, okay, and then clock A and QD bar is 1 and others all 0, and then 2 QA, QB, and then QD bar is on and others all 0, and then 4, which is A, B, C, which is QA, QB, QC, and QD bar is on, others all 0. Okay, and then 5, it will be QA, QB, QC, and QD is on, QD bar is 0. Okay, and then 6, which is A0, QB, QC, and QD is 1 and QD bar is 0. Alright, and after that is QA, QB, and QD bar is 0, QC, QD is 1. Alright, okay, and then is 7, clock 7, QA, QB, QC, QD bar is 0 and QD is on. Okay, and then 7, 8, okay, which is QA, QB, QC, QD is 0 and QD bar is 1. Okay, and then 9 will be QA is 1, QB, QC, QD is 0 and QD bar is 1. Okay, and then 10 it will be QA, QB, and QD bar is 1, but QC and QD will be 0. So thank you for watching my PW6, which is shift register, and I hope you all understand.